Airplanes and men had to be available to support the mining industry. In 1928, to address this need, Northern Aerial Mineral Exploration Limited, or NAME, was established. Besides offering a charter service, NAME made it clear to investors that it had broad ambitions. It wanted a hand in exploring for, prospecting, developing, operating, and disposing of other natural resources, including oil, pulp and timber, and hydroelectric power in the explored and unexplored northern portions of the Dominion of Canada and elsewhere. In the summer of 1928, NAME flew prominent mining and aviation men on an exploration first flight. The party included NAME's pilot Punch Dickens, air engineer Bill Naden, Dominion Explorers founder and president Colonel C.H.D. McAlpine, and Richard Pierce of the Northern Miner. They flew through northern Manitoba to Chesterfield Inlet and Baker Lake, Northwest Territories. Then they turned south to Stony Rapids, Saskatchewan, and flew a shoreline tour of Lake Athabasca as far as Fort Chippewa, Alberta. They returned over Reindeer Lake to Winnipeg. The route from Baker Lake to Lake Athabasca had never been seen from the air before. Bleak and uninviting, Pierce described it like a prospector's paradise because the land was devoid of trees. Whatever their impressions, they at least were beginning to have some idea of what was in Saskatchewan's north. During the summer of 1928, Dominion explorers explored the west coast of Hudson Bay and the lands westward as far as Lake Athabasca. That same year, Dominion explorers prospectors found copper-nickel sulfide northwest of Stony Rapids on Axis Lake. Prospectors Airways, Yukon Airways, an exploration company, Consolidated Mining and Smelting, and Dominion Explorers were emerging as mining service companies as well. Consolidated Mining and Dominion Explorers soon became active in northern Saskatchewan. This picture depicts a de Havilland Dragonfly, CFAYF, owned by Consolidated Mining and Smelting. It was inevitable that other operators would try to get part of the northern flight business. One of these was Commercial Airways of Regina, which was making flights with the de Havilland Moth from Prince Albert to as far as Lac La Ronge. Another competitor in the northern aviation industry was Cherry Red Airlines. Cherry Red flew north from a base on Christopher Lake. With the RCAF operating out of Ladder Lake and Lac La Ronge, the skies over north-central Saskatchewan were becoming busy. Norm Cherry, founder of Cherry Red Airlines, was raised on a farm at Debden near Prince Albert. In 1921, he headed south to Chicago, where he ran a garage during the winter. 2 years later, he moved to Florida to work in building construction. Finally, he sold his interests in the Debden farm and settled in Culver City, California, where he built sets at movie studios. These pictures depict Consolidated Mining and Smelting's Hornet Moth at Prince Albert in the early 1940s and their Dragonfly aircraft at Prince Albert Airport in the 40s. In May 1928, Norm Cherry bought a small red and silver biplane from the Pheasant Aircraft Company in Memphis, Missouri for $2,800. It was fabric covered, had wired spoke wheels, and a wingspan of 10 meters. The glycol-cooled V-block Curtiss OX5 engine pulled it along at a cruising speed of 135 kilometers per hour. In California, Cherry hired a pilot, Alva Malone, to fly the aircraft back to Prince Albert, and the two of them landed at Prince Albert west of town between St. Mary's Church and the Saskatchewan Penitentiary. The newspaper report of the day reported that they made the trip from Memphis to Prince Albert in about 15 hours flying time. This picture depicts Cherry Red Airlines' first airplane, a Pheasant H-10, surrounded by interested onlookers, in a visit to Landis, Saskatchewan in May 1929.